Good evening, everyone. How are you? Good. Could we have gotten better weather for this? No. So first off, I'm going to ask that everyone double check and make sure that your phone vibrate. Also, if you plan on taking pictures, please turn your flash off as there's people taking video and pictures as well. Or, another option, put your phone away completely and choose to enjoy the moment. Trust me, if these two can do it, you can too. But really, you know, can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you. Day for a celebration of love, of joy, of friendship and family, but more importantly, a celebration of Justin and Matt, who have gathered us all here today to witness their commitment to love each other forever. Now when you think about it, we don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage, right? I mean, the whole thing's kind of weird. We're all up here, dressed all fancy, like we're about to lip sync for our lives. And we're being stared at, you guys are being stared at, by everyone who has meant anything to you for the past 20 years of your life. So why are we doing this? Not really why. The ceremonial aspect of marriage has been around for eons, right? It's shown up in every culture, religion, generation, and society. And we have so many thousands of moments in our lives, but this one is so critical that we choose to acknowledge it with the people that we love dear. So why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we come from, or what we believe, we know one thing: love is what we're doing right. As it's mentioned in the Gospel of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anyone else? Can I get an amen? I promise you that's as religious as this gets to me. We all have loved in our lifetimes. And in this moment, we're reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of humanity. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are 72 days long if you're Kim Kardashian, others much longer. Hoping this is much longer. Some are yet unwritten while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. The story of Justin and Matt isn't conventional. They didn't meet in a cafe or a bar or at school. They truly found love in what they call a hopeless place. With a ding that many of us know very well, Justin sent Matt a simple hi there on Grindr 5 years ago. The two had so much in common that they knew they had to meet. Matt was working at Starbucks at the time when he saw Justin for the first time. Justin describes it as love at first sight. Matt, on the other hand, had a migraine and was in the bathroom throwing up. However, Justin didn't know any of this and insisted that they go on a date. The next day, the two went to lunch in between classes. And prior to leaving, Justin had an idea. He was so nervous that he awkwardly couldn't say it for the next 20 minutes. Finally getting up the courage, Justin and Matt shared their first kiss and have been inseparable ever since. And that brings you both here to this moment, standing in front of these people who love you. This is a time to pause, to look back, and to smile at the moments, good and bad, that have led you to this one. I'm here, well, we're all here, because we want these moments for both of you. We're here to hope with you, support you, be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your own story. And really, it's not just this moment, it's every moment. Of course, you've got the big ones like saying I love you for the first time, or getting engaged, or moving in together. But mostly it's a small amount of millions of little ones that comes between these big moments, like falling asleep next to each other, making dinner together, spending holidays at each other's families' houses, binge watching Netflix shows, preparing for craft shows, which I know you do a lot of, yelling at the TV as your favorite RuPaul's Drag Race contestant goes home, #JusticeForWillem, and getting a huge hug when you get home from work. These are the everyday moments that weave together into your big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to describe it. And that's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. But, quite frankly, it's one of our favorite pastimes trying to figure out how to describe it. We have the words, and we use our words to write stories and poems and books and songs about love. And even though we all might define it differently, we all know it when we see it. And regardless of what your definition is, there's no denying that in this moment, love is all around us here today. So today, we have some words about what love is from some of the people who love you the most.
Reading a passage of Justice Anthony Kennedy's majority opinion in the 2011 landmark Supreme Court case Hodges v. Oberfeld. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than what they once were. As some of the petitioners in this case demonstrate, marriage and bond that may endure even past death. It would misunderstand these men and women to say they disrespect the idea of marriage. Their plea is that they do respect it. They respect it so deeply that they seek to find its fulfillment for themselves. Their hope is not to be condemned to lives of loneliness, excluded from one of civilization's oldest institutions. They ask for equal dignity in the eyes of the law, and the Constitution grants them that right.
Let me unfold my ugly paper. The Art of Marriage by Wilfred Arlen Peterson. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once each day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. Here it comes. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is speaking the words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which we can grow. It is finding room for the things of spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner.
Thank you. So when I sat down with Justin and Matt a couple of weeks ago, they both admitted that they hadn't even started thinking about their vows. Not surprising. And they were quite nervous about it. However, I think what you both failed to realize is that you started writing your vows the moment that you met. Whether it's through your everyday conversations or your late night dreams, vows are nothing more than two people working out what they want, what they believe, and what they hope for each other. The symbolic vows that you're about to make to each other are saying, you know all of those things that we've promised, hoped, and dreamed. Well, I meant it, every word. And now Justin and Matt will share their vows with us. Matt first.
Justin, day's finally here. I get to marry my best friend, the one who's been through the best of times and the worst of times. When I first saw you, it was blurry, mainly because I did have that migraine and I was on death's doorstep. But I had this feeling. I knew you were the one. You stuck with me after that day. You didn't run away. Like, this kid's a weirdo. You stuck with the loud, outgoing, stubborn kid who worked at Starbucks. For that, I love you. Justin, I promise to always be there for you on your highest of highs and your lowest of lows. I promise to laugh with you. I promise to craft with you. I promise to let you pick the movie every once in a while when we go. And I do also promise to do a little bit of cooking more. Justin, I always promise to be by your side. You are my world. I love you. My monkey.
For most of my life, I was led to believe that who I was something that I should hide and I should be ashamed of. That who I chose to love was something I could and was verbally and physically harassed for constantly. I never thought that I deserved to find someone who could make me forget my troubles. With you, Matthew, Brian, and Tony, my story turned into an epic tale of two guys falling head over heels. In you, I find my equal and opposite. I found someone who balances me and who brings out the best in me. Today, I promise that from this moment on to be incredibly loving, honest, compassionate, loyal, patient, and most of all, yours. For you know me better than anyone in the world, and yet still somehow choose to love me fiercely. I've always had goals and aspirations, but when I met you, I finally learned what it's like to dream. You dream of traveling the world while I focused on achieving my goals. You pull me out of my comfort zone, showing me that there's more to life outside of Ohio. And today, I promise to explore the world with you. I promise to shoulder our challenges, for there is nothing we cannot face if we stand together. People thought we were insane for working as hard as we have to get here, crafting and attending those craft shows constantly. But our love drove us here. I promise to even be spontaneous and enjoy the little things. Not gonna lie, putting down that paintbrush will be hard, but for you I'm gonna try. I promise to let you even pick the movie when we're watching shows, even if it's Puss in Boots and those other animated movies you love. I promise you I'll always be there, that I'd give anything and everything to make sure your heart is full. Through weakness and strength, through happiness and sorrow, I will always love you.
Thank you for sharing your commitments to one another. I now ask that you join hands. Will you, Justin, take Matt as your favorite person? To laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day.
I do?
It works. And will you, Matt, take Justin as your favorite person? To laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day.
I do.
And will you, Justin and Matt, be each other's partners from today on? Will you bring out the best in another, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and whatever may come next?
We will.
And will you, beloved family and friends, will all of you witnessing these promises do everything in your power to uphold Justin and Matt's marriage? If so, please answer, we will. This next part is for Justin. People often say that wedding bands are a perfect circle, with no ending and no beginning. But when you think about it, the rings did have a beginning. The stones were formed a long time ago deep within the earth, and through some kind of lucky events, they rose to the top where they were dug up. The metal was then liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees, molded, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful was made from these raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, and through a combination of serendipity and effort, imperfect beings shape into something extraordinary. It's the process of making something beautiful when there was once nothing at all. As you look at these rings, please remember this. You've created something invaluable, and just as I know you'll protect these rings, I'm confident that you will protect your commitments you've made to each other today. Now I understand that you both have chosen to like it and you wish to put a ring on it, is that true? Perfect. May I have the rings, please? Please join hands. Justin, please repeat after me. Matt, I take you as my husband for life.
Matthew, I take you as my husband for life.
Because this ring is symmetrical,
Because this ring is symmetrical.
it signifies the perfection of true love.
It signifies the perfection of true love.
As I place it on your finger,
As I place it on your finger,
I will give you all that I am and ever hope to be.
I will give you all that I am and ever hope to be.
Matt, please repeat after me. Justin, I take you as my husband for life.
Justin, I take you as my husband for life.
Because this ring is symmetrical,
Because this ring is symmetrical,
it signifies the perfection of true love.
it signifies the perfection of true love.
As I place this on your finger,
As I place this on your finger,
I give you all that I am and ever hope to be.
I give you all that I am and ever hope to be.
Now we're wrapping up and we're close towards the end of this ceremony, but for a minute, and I promise I'll make this quick because I'm the only thing standing between you guys and cocktails and food, I get it. But I want you two to turn around and face the audience. I want you to take in the faces and the energy of everyone who loves you and is so proud of you in this moment. These moments are fast and fleeting, but I want you to look back on this moment and I want you to remember it. And I hope that it's everything that you dreamed of through all of the hard work and preparation that you've put through. Now, what do you guys say? Should we make this official? Well, by the power vested in me, by the interwebs and the great state of Ohio, I now pronounce you husband and husband. You may now seal this union with a big sloppy kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce for the first time Mr. and Mr. Justin and Matt please proceed to the parking lot for pictures. The rest of you, please join me over here at the patio for a drink.
dreams